everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Katpinda, your friendly neighborhood reader, and this is North Point Tarot. So welcome to Twin Flame Tuesdays, where we're going to take a look at the Twin Flame collective energy for the week. It is the third week in January when I'm filming this, but time is an illusion and energy is fluid. So whenever you find this video, this is when the energy would apply to you. This is a general read for the collective, so it may or may not resonate with everybody. But yeah, let's take a look at what's going on with the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine collective. So I'm going to use my Wild Unknown Tarot for the Divine Masculine, and I'm going to use my Light Seers deck for the Divine Femme. So we're going to take a look at what's going on in their headspace, their heart space, and what intentions they have towards each other. And then I'm going to pull guidance from Spirit at the end, just for each individual here on the journey. So let's take a look firstly at what's going on with the Divine Masculine collective. So we have the Eight of Cups, and I picked this card the other day, and the first thing I thought was somebody is broken because they walked away from something. Now this could have been the Divine Masculine walking away from karma, so karmic situations. This doesn't necessarily mean a third-party situation like a karmic partner as in an actual person. Karmic situations can be anything that really has unresolved karma that the Divine Masculine collective has to essentially complete or resolve. So this could deal with family, work, bad habits, anything of that sort. But I'm getting the sense of just generally the Divine Masculine collective either walked away or the Divine Feminine walked away, and it left the Divine Masculine feeling very broken. Now because this is in the headspace here, it's sort of thinking about shattered memories is what I feel. I'm getting the Six of Cups vibes. So I feel like these 8 cups, and you can see they're all sort of very, very broken here at the bottom. He's thinking about the pieces of things, you know, the pieces of things left behind after things are sort of broken. Just not very nice. But anyway, let's continue. Let's see what's going on. What else is going on? Fuck, I can't even speak today. It's a weird day today. We have the Father of Cups, yeah, so there's a lot of emotions going on in the mind space here. And with the Father of Cups, I see that there's a lot of emotions or a lot of emotional thoughts going on. So whatever he thinks about, I feel like he gets really emotional about it. Now I say he because we're talking about a Divine Masculine, but it's an energy, so feel free to flip-flop it as you see fit. So let's see what else. The Three of Wands here, there's a need to want to protect something. As you can see, these 3 wands are sort of woven in this triangular shape that's very protective. So I feel like the Divine Masculine now is sort of protective over his emotions, protective over his thoughts and feelings. But at the same time, it's also about waiting, because the 3 of Wands is waiting for your ships to come in. But I get more of a sense of I want to protect what little color I have, because if you look at all of these cards, they're very black and white, they're very monochromatic, and then you get this one that has the color in the center. So the color, they're saying to me, is the epicenter of the heart and the soul. So this is what the Divine Masculine is currently pondering about. So let's take a look at what's going on in the Divine Femme's headspace in conjunction to that. I say in conjunction, I know they're individual people, but twin flames tend to mirror a lot. And in the recent readings that I've been doing for Twin Flame Collective, I find a lot of mirroring happening. I hate saying that word, guys, honestly. Mirroring. See what's going on in the Divine Femme. So Knight of Pentacles, taking it slow, taking it easy for the Divine Feminine here. It's, you know, usually a card, I feel like she's leaving a place of procrastination. So whatever that may be, Divine Feminine is slowly but surely coming out of something and going into another thing. So the words they want to emphasize with me for that particular instance is slowly but surely. So something in the mind space here of the Divine Feminine is happening slowly but surely. And we have the Five of Swords, yeah, so I feel like this is what she's coming out of: mental entrapment, 5 of Swords, self-sabotage, just being a lot in your head, you know, in the Divine Feminine's head here. And these could be thoughts of anxiety, these could be overthinking, anything that's an excess and an imbalance of thoughts. And this is what she's slowly leaving behind. And we have the moon. So a lot of emotions in her space as well here. So the divine feminine, this is what I mean when I say the twins are sort of mirroring each other. You have the divine masculine very much in his heart space, in his head. So thinking about feelings, thinking about the shattered pieces of things that were left broken when somebody left or he left a situation here. But there is a lot of love between the two, obviously, with the Ten of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups. There's wanting to commit wholeheartedly to this love is the message that I just got. But the divine femme here as well is leaving a lot of mental conflict about her very deep emotions here. Slowly but surely coming out of that situation though. So let's take a look at what's going on in the divine masculine's heart space. So by the way, guys, I may have mentioned in my previous video, the weekly energy read, go check that out as well, that I'm on TikTok. So my handle is @CatBinda, it's Cat with a K, and Binda is my surname. So I do daily readings there as well. They're just quick 60-minute energy check-in. So go follow me and check me out. I want to try and reach 10,000 followers so I can actually do a live for you guys on TikTok. It's weird because I read that TikTok has like 8-hour lives and I'm like, are you fucking serious? That's a bit excessive. I mean, it's like you guys can, I'll just take the phone, carry it around, and you guys can see what I do around my apartment for like 8 hours. But that's not what I'm going to do, guys. No, I want to do live readings for you. So, let me see what's going on in DM's heart space. We have the Seven of Wands here. So there's some sort of resistance here with the Seven of Wands, but it's also wanting to stand your ground and stand up for something. If you look at this card, only one wand is on fire, and it's so intense it pushes the other wands away. As you know, I've always called this like my move bitch card, because it's like move bitch, you know, it's like make way. So something's happening in the divine masculine's heart space where I'm getting the feeling like he's riling up. He's sort of like wanting to fight for something. I did say that there's a lot of love in this connection. There's a lot of yearning to want to have a long-term, stable, committed love. Or to at least acknowledge that is what they're saying. But the divine masculine in his heart space, he really just wants to stand above the rest. He wants to now stand tall with what he feels, stand his ground. I feel like in his heart space, all these other wands are just not important. I feel like he knows the one wand that he wants. And that is the divine feminine, that is union. Yeah, so we have the Four of Swords here in the heart space. Somebody's definitely healing here. The divine masculine collective is going through a sense of healing and finding their sense of innocence again. That innocence that drives them to want to go after what they want, to want to go after what they want. Yeah, I got a bit distracted because like I'm starting to heat up now with these lights and it's super humid outside. See what else? The Mother of Wands. Yeah, so I did channel this in last week's Twin Flame reading where the divine masculine is really in his feminine space. So really wanting to nurture the connection here. With the Mother of Wands, it's getting that confidence as well. But in this particular deck, and they don't guide me to decks for no reason, guys. She's protecting her eggs and she's protecting the one wand. So she knows where her eggs lie and where it's basically like each of the eggs they're showing me are the Seven of Pentacles. So it's like investments. So the divine masculine wants to protect where he's emotionally investing himself. So this could be with the relationship with his divine feminine or just in general in life, you know, protecting where your emotions are going. Because you know everything is an energy exchange. And if you're giving something and it's not giving you back, then it's an unequal situation. Let's see what's going on in the divine femme's heart space. We have the Ten of Cups, which is a beautiful card, but I feel like this is going to come after this period of letting go quite slowly but surely of the Five of Swords energy here. I'm getting the feeling slowly regaining the Ten of Cups, slowly regaining the ultimate emotional fulfillment, more of a carefree type of attitude as well. I mean, after this really heavy kind of Five of Swords, mental entrapment, overthinking and whatnot. Then we have the High Priestess here. So in the center of the heart space, you have two cards that highlight the third eye or highlight intuitive capabilities here. For the divine masculine, you have this lamb whose third eye is sort of lit up and shining. So this shows that the divine masculine here is surrendering to his intuitive capabilities with regards to his heart space. So he's really listening to what his intuition is telling him about the way he feels, in a way. And then we have the high priestess here for the divine feminine in her heart space, and she's also doing the same thing. So you guys, I feel, mirroring each other very, very close. Same shit, different day is what they said to me. And then you have judgment here. So I feel like in the heart space of the divine feminine, she's sort of, I'm hearing, outgrowing and ascending. So she could be outgrowing this need to overthink everything, you know, overthink, overanalyze, put herself in Five of Swords kind of energy. And in her heart space, it's really just kind of rising above things and ascending to, I feel, open up a little more. So I keep getting Lady Nada Heart Awakening from my Ascended Masters deck when I pull cards off camera. But it's the energy around right now of the feminine who's really having some sort of awakening, because this Judgment card is about ascension. It's you have judged the situation, you've analyzed it, and maybe you've overanalyzed it as well. But the end result is you would have had the Hanged Man experience, so you would have become enlightened or realized something, and through that enlightenment you ascend to a higher awareness of the situation. So you look at things from a very high perspective. And this is particularly with regards to the way the divine feminine is actually feeling, so her heart space. She's really sort of following her intuition here about what is going to make her the ultimate happy, you know, like the full 10 cups happy. Is that a relationship with the divine masculine? Is it the job that she's in? Is it her life purpose? It's not just one thing, it's everything. So let's take a look at what is the divine masculine's intention towards the divine feminine. And bear in mind, the intentions may not necessarily be very action-based. I do feel a lot of the twin flames are currently in separation because they're going through individual healing, you know, just to resolve any residual issues or traumas so that they can actually come into a physical union. Because when you are meant to come into a physical union, you can't have any negative or low vibrational feelings preventing the unconditional love, you know. I'm not saying you guys are going to be perfect fucking human beings when you come into union. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that you cannot have any karmic baggage or emotional baggage that's going to affect the relationship. Here's my nose starting again, guys, every time I start channeling. So, yeah, let's see what the divine masculine is intending. We have the Five of Cups here. So this is what I said about it may not necessarily be an action-based intention. There is some sort of regret, and I feel like it's got to do with the fact that the divine femme may have walked away, or something may have been left very broken in their relationship, or the masculine may have left behind something in his life and felt quite broken up about it. And so he's sort of reminiscing about the broken pieces, basically, of what's left. He's thinking about it. But the Five of Cups here is very sad. He's a very sad horse. And then we have the Four of Cups. Okay, can it get any worse is what I just heard. So some of the divine masculines right now are in the stage of just feeling sorry for themselves, if I'm being honest. And they're asking the question here, that was a direct channel. They're asking the question, can it get any worse? I don't know, can it? I can't answer that. But yeah, it's this Four of Cups is not really doing anything, because in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, the person is just sitting with their arms folded and looking away, and the divine is busy giving them a cup. So it's like non-action. It's like, look, I am stuck in regret. I'm hopeless. I don't know what to do, so I'm not going to do anything. Because, I mean, what do you do in that situation? Let's get one more for his intentions. Oh, wow, we have the Ten of Cups and we have the Mother of Cups. Okay, so we have a counterpart coming up here with the Mother and Father of Cups, and the Ten of Cups, which is reflected in the divine feminine's heart space. So, you know, it makes sense that the divine feminine is opening up her heart space to truly evaluating what is her Ten of Cups. And I see that the divine masculine does have intentions towards that as well. So it's just as she's opening up to it, he's deciding to want to bring it forward. You know what I mean? This is how the divine works, and you don't really see it until a fucking tarot reader opens cards and says, oh, look, it's matching. And then you're like, ah, I see. Yeah, but Ten of Cups and Mother of Cups here, he's wanting to as well protect both their emotional fulfillment. So he's really concerned about protection of the union, and this is the essence of the divine masculine energy. They're very protective, right? They make you feel safe and grounded. So he's really stepping into his power with regards to protecting both their emotional fulfillment, even if the divine feminine doesn't realize it, and I don't feel like she does. I feel like divine feminine's energy here is just looking in that direction while the masculine looks at her. She's not really focused on the masculine at this point. So yeah, let's see what's going on here with the divine fem's intention space. The Ten of Pentacles, so two tens, wanting to really build something solid and something that is ultimate. The 10 is that number of, look, it's the best amount. Okay, it's 10 and then it goes back to the 1. So the divine feminine here is really concentrate on getting it all. This is like a attitude of go big or go home. I want it all or I want nothing. So she's very sort of setting up that boundary like the Queen of Swords, saying, look, if you're not the best, bro, I don't want you. I'm sorry, I know that seems very harsh, but no, it's, yeah. Divine femmes are really just really in their power right now. Both counterparts are, with accepting what she deserves and nothing less than that. Let's see what else. We have the Fool energy. So she wants to take a leap of faith. She wants a renewed sense of life here. It's going where she's never gone before, with this Fool energy. She feels very, after she slowly relinquishes this Five of Swords energy and this very confused emotional state, it's going for her hopes and dreams with the Fool card. It's diving straight in. Those are her intentions right now. So the intentions are very individual for the divine feminine. And we have the Six of Pens. So she wants to receive. I didn't get that this was, I want to give. No, this is, I want to receive. And I really feel that energy as a divine feminine strongly myself. So it makes perfect sense here that the masculine wants to protect emotional well-being of both counterparts, and the feminine wants to receive emotional well-being. So let's take a look at what the union energies are between the two. King of Pentacles. Okay, so something is definitely materializing. I feel like both counterparts are working towards materializing union in a more solid and stable fashion. So this could be financial, this could be, anything that's in the 3D, like literally having a relationship or literally moving in together or getting married or starting a committed relationship. But the King of Pentacles here, we have the Three of Pentacles as well. The King of Pentacles here is that very solid, stable, grounded energy. So both counterparts, I feel, is working towards grounding union, even if they're not working, how do I put this? They're not actively working on it together like a teamwork, but yet they are working as a team. It's the divine saying, you know what, you guys are maybe doing your individual work at this time, but that's exactly the point. Doing the individual work is what's going to ground union. So this is what Spirit's message to the collective is. So let's get one more card here. And we have the Moon. So a lot of things are still unknown right now with regards to union. I feel like this is like, the whens, the hows, the who's type of thing. I know a lot of us want to know when and how, but time is an illusion and it's all about energy. And the divine is just saying, look, we can't tell you when. We can't tell you how. We can't tell you why. We just need you to trust that whilst you do what we ask you to do or what we guide you to do, that you are doing the work for the union, for both counterparts, not just for one. Yes, Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. I'm going to leave that there for you because that's what Spirit wants to say. Whether you know it or not, you are working on your union, as is your counterpart. Whether it's individual or whether you're actively having conversations and working through things together. But for now, I feel a very individual energy going on with the counterparts. So you guys might be in a physical separation, but remember that you are always energetically tied to one another. So let's get some advice from Spirit for each counterpart. A time to give rather than take. What did I say about the divine feminine here? Her intention is to receive. I didn't feel like it was to give. And then I spoke about the masculine saying that he wants to give the emotional protection or fulfillment. So he, you know, new moon in Virgo here, he wants to give. It's a time to give rather than take, and I feel like he knows this. This is why he's protecting the emotional fulfillment and the investment he's putting in. I feel like it's his turn. I don't know why the universe is saying it's his turn. So perhaps the divine feminine could have been doing that on an emotional level, sort of holding space for the masculine as he goes through his healing. For those of you who have been on this journey for a while, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Now I feel like you, as a feminine, if you're watching this, you are now, I'm not saying you're not holding space for your masculine, but I'm saying your masculine is holding space for you while you grow and ascend in whatever journey you're on at this point. So let's look at the divine femme. A personal issue reaches resolution. So that is that energy of slowly getting out of the mind, slowly getting out of the ego, the mental entrapment, the overthinking, the self-sabotage, the low vibrational thoughts and energy. And in the second week of Jan, many of us went through a very heavy purge, dealing with fears of abandonment, dealing with issues of, trust issues from previous relationships. You were triggered, is basically what I'm saying. And that was for you to release and purge that so you can reach this place of resolution. So many of you guys are rising above all of that, which is beautiful energy. What do you need to release? Exactly. So divine femmes definitely had to release something in the past week. We are in the third week of Jan, so go check out my energy readings as well to see if you resonate with any of the energies. Let's get some advice here from the Ascended Masters for the Divine Masculine. Mercury, open communication. Get a weight off your chest. Speak up with love and be heard. So there's definitely a need to want to communicate here. And it's communicating with love. So I feel like, it's funny, I just noticed, sorry, I have to interrupt here. So this card has this sort of, I think it's called the symbol of life or something, the DNA spiral of life. And in this Two of Cups that's just lying at the bottom of the deck, there's that spiral of life here as well. I don't think you guys can see it, but it's over the masculine's cup. So, oh my God, and at the underneath that is the Ace of Cups. And then underneath that is the Five of Swords. And then underneath that is the, how many times am I going to go underneath here? But Spirit's like, just, keep going. This Four of Swords here, which is in his heart space. So he wants to talk about how he can heal a part of the divine feminine's mental conflict. I feel like part of the mental conflict could have been a miscommunication, or the fact that things could have been left unsaid or said incorrectly, or there was some sort of misunderstanding. Now, sometimes when we say miscommunication, it doesn't mean that words were actually spoken all the time. Sometimes it means that, words were not spoken. So things were left just, hanging. Things were left just hanging. So divine masculine here definitely wants to come forward and clear some things up. He possibly wants to speak about this love, and underneath all of that as well, we had the Queen of Cups, which is the divine femme. So you see here the Mother of Cups is coming in the divine masculine's section here, and he wants to speak to her about the Ten of Cups. So this is a joint effort because we have the Three of Pentacles here in the middle of these two in this particular section. So let me just put all of that back. So he holds some sort of regret because underneath that card there was the Five of Cups, which is in the masculine side. So he holds definitely some sort of regret about the broken pieces or the shattered pieces that were left behind. But yeah, the healing process I feel is about to begin if it hasn't begun already. And for the collective as well, in my last week's reading, I picked up on the fact that the healing you can do individual as you should, to a certain point. But the masculine and the feminine need to now work to heal together as well. That's that Three of Pentacles. So before you guys were in your individual journey, you'll take a break, you'll heal on your own. But now it's like you still do the same thing, but the cherry on the top is that you come together for that last healing. You know what I mean? To heal together. And as you do that, you slowly learn how to integrate your energies together as a couple. And then what happens, guys? Union. So yeah. Let's get a message for the divine feminine. We have hope, love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Now, I did earlier in this reading mentioned that the divine femme is in the space of she knows her worth and she's not accepting anything less. So here with the Six of Pentacles, it's wanting to receive. So the divine is saying, look, you're on the right path with that. So accept the love that the masculine wants to give, or accept the love just in general in your life. And have hope about it as well. So the union energies is inner strength, and it says move back to wholeness, recognize that you have the power. So let's get some Angel Answers Oracle, and then we'll wrap up this Twin Flame Tuesday reading. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, guys, join me on TikTok at Catbinder, and subscribe to my channel. See what we have for the Divine Masculine. No need to worry. So with this Five of Cups and Four of Cups energy here, it is a very sort of worried, worried or fucked up kind of energy. And the divine is saying, you know what, no need to worry. And I just noticed here that this card, there's like this little bowl of fire in the center here. And Bridget is also holding a little ball of fire. So there's that spark. This universe is saying there's a spark that's still there. So no need to worry. You just need to fan the flames. You know, like when you're having a braai and you see the hot coal and it has a little bit of like, sparks coming out. And if you fan it and you provide oxygen, it's going to eventually turn into a flame. So I don't know why Spirit is saying to the divine masculines, you need to fan it. However that resonates for you. You need to just put fuel into it, because ideally oxygen is fuel. See, for the divine femme, we have opportunities. So opportunities for abundance, I feel, are coming to the divine feminine at this point, with the Ten of Pentacles here in her personal life, and with the divine masculine as well. There's going to be some sort of opportunity that's presented to you. Once you clear out your mind space and work through your heavy emotions, there's something better, and the situation will improve as well. So, there's always something better coming in for both counterparts here after the healing. For me, that something better card means, look, after you heal, it's going to be better than it was before, because you would have worked through some muddy, complicated, negative, low vibrational feelings or thoughts or whatever, and you're doing it together. I'm also seeing that building together is going to build trust as well. So you have unlikely and yes. I want to pull some of my fortune telling deck as well for the divine masculine and feminine. So unexpected income for the divine masculine here, and expectation. Expectation is that sort of Three of Wands energy. So he wants to unexpectedly give the divine feminine something, and she's waiting to receive it. So some of you guys may intuitively feel that they're coming forward with an offer. Even though you intuitively feel it, because you're not seeing anything in the 3D, because you guys might be in separation, it feels like maybe you're making it up, or this could also be the mental conflict. Being the high priestess, it's like your energy is saying one thing, but your eyes are seeing a different thing. So you struggle to, find balance in between those two worlds. But yeah, he is definitely waiting for the opportunity to come and fan those flames and restart something. And it's going to be quite unexpected as well. He wants to give something. Take a look at the divine femme. Distant horizon. So this is the Nine of Cups card. So it speaks of your hopes and dreams and things that are in the not so far future. So it's like in the near future here, because I always say with this deck, the ship may look far away, but the anchor is closer than you think. The anchor is like right up here, and the anchor is what bogs down so that the ship doesn't move. It creates that stability. Let's get one more for her, and we have despair. So right now, she's in this mode of despair and not hiring. So you may be in a little bit of a pickle. That's what the divine said to me. And then sudden wealth comes in. Okay, so some of you guys are going to be pleasantly surprised. This is an opportunity coming for you, whether in career or in love, relationship, or union with a divine masculine. If you're a divine femme, just hold on a little bit longer, because things are going to get so much better, right? Because, hey, there was something better for you. Anyway, that is my twin flame reading. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Bye.